Hey drummers, Jason Gardner here. Welcome to the Successful Human Channel. Today we are going to talk about the 4 stages of learning every drummer should know, as well as how to overcome feeling stuck. But before we dive in, let me tell you why you should stick around. With over 40 years of experience, I've seen firsthand what it takes to push past limits. This isn't just theory, it's practical, battle-tested insight. Okay, so you know that feeling when no matter how much you practice, you just can't seem to get better? It's frustrating, and trust me, I've been there too. But here's the good news. By understanding the 4 stages of learning, you can overcome that feeling and reach new levels much quicker. All right, let's dive into the 4 stages of learning every drummer needs to know. Stage 1. Unconscious incompetence. This is the stage where you don't know what you don't know. You might think you're doing fine, but you haven't even realized what you're missing. For a drummer, this could mean not knowing the proper grip for holding your sticks, or using your whole arm instead of engaging your wrists and fingers. It could also mean not understanding how to use rudiments creatively. And the first step is awareness. So once you realize that you are aware of what you don't know, you've reached stage 2, conscious incompetence. Okay, now this is where things get tough. In the first stage, ignorance is bliss. But in this stage, you realize what you're doing wrong, and it does not feel good. You start to notice the details, like rushing through fills or dragging the tempo. You also notice that your dynamics are inconsistent, making your playing sound unbalanced. You may struggle to keep your hi-hat foot active while playing a groove. This newfound awareness can be rough. It's an uncomfortable feeling because you're suddenly aware of all the things you're doing wrong. And this is where most people give up. They stop growing because it's easier to stay in the comfort of ignorance. But if you stay with this uncomfortable feeling, you can move forward to stage 3. And by the way, if you're enjoying this, please hit like, subscribe, and share with your creative friends. Stage 3, conscious competence. At this stage, you're beginning to build your skill set more consistently. Whatever skill you're focusing on, timing, dynamics, or a tricky fill, will start to grow. You can perform the skill, but it still requires focus and effort. Repetition is key here. The more you practice, the more automatic these skills become. For example, you can play a song from start to finish without mistakes, but need to stay focused. You're also adding ghost notes to your grooves, but only with concentration. This stage is definitely not as difficult as stage 2, but it does take effort. You're building on what you've learned, and while it feels more productive, it still takes repetition. But get ready, because stage 4 is where it all comes together. This is where all the hard work starts to feel effortless and playing becomes second nature. Stage 4, unconscious competence. This is where the magic happens. You play without even thinking about it. Your muscle memory takes over and you're in the flow. At this stage, you can adapt, improvise, and perform like it's second nature. You're so in tune that you can step back and observe yourself from the outside. For instance, you can transition between time signatures seamlessly without overthinking. Your hands automatically adjust for speed and power without conscious effort. You can improvise a drum solo and incorporate complex fills effortlessly. This is where you want to be. But remember, there's always more to learn. So how do you push through these stages faster? It's all about consistent, focused practice and maintaining the right mindset.